Hey, my name's Cass, and in this video I'm going to show you how I made Johnny Silverhand's tank top from Cyberpunk 2077. In the game, Johnny wears a black tank top with a detailed logo of his band Samurai. I considered freehand painting, but I just couldn't be bothered, so I decided to make a stencil to paint on instead. First, I bought a roll of adhesive contact paper meant for covering school books. This stuff is super cheap. This roll only cost $1, much better than buying expensive transfer paper. I cut the vinyl to fit my cutting mat and pushed out all of the air bubbles. I used painter's tape and a few heavy things to hold it in place while I did this. This took a bit of time to get it flat and even. I recommend turning your scraper diagonally so the bubbles have an easier time escaping. After, I stuck it to my cutting mat and scraped it one last time to get it as flat and unbubbly as I could. For the design, I downloaded this file from Gochilla on DeviantArt. You could copy the original logo in vector format yourself, but this way it saves a lot of time. Thanks Gochilla! I'll leave a link to their post in the description. I converted the logo into SVG format so my Cricut could read it, and I opened the file in Design Space. To cut it all in one go, select all of the elements and click Attach. I also changed the size to fit the shirt and mat I was working on. Next, send it to the machine and we're ready to cut!
Mechanical noises.
After it's all cut out, bring it back to your cutting mat and begin weeding. Before I started, however, I used a black marker to mark all of the areas I needed to remove so I wouldn't stress while weeding. After all the parts are peeled off, take your painter's tape and one by one put it all over your vinyl sheet. Before sticking the tape down, I stuck it to my pants to remove some of the stickiness. Next, flip everything over and bend the mat to peel off the vinyl. Do it this way so it doesn't crease. Put some cardboard inside your shirt so the paint doesn't seep through, then carefully remove the backing and stick the vinyl down. There are a lot of tedious parts to this method, but this is by far the worst. Carefully peel the tape off the vinyl, making sure to take your time. If you get flyaways, just use something long to hold the piece down while you pull the tape up. I used my nails. Since I used painter's tape, it's see-through enough to know which parts require extra care. Now that that nightmare's over, it's time to paint. Mask off the areas you don't want to paint yet with some tape, and then start painting. Some people will tell you that when you're painting on fabric, you should do it light and in layers. I say fuck it, slap that shit on and go for gold. Something I had to be reminded of every few minutes while stressing about the coverage was that you're gonna be weathering it anyway. I now pass this wisdom on to you. I'm taking the tape off while most of the paint is still wet so it doesn't dry to the tape and peel off when I remove it. If you can, take all of the tape and vinyl off at the same time to avoid that. In this instance, I couldn't, so I'm just hoping for the best. I'm quite happy with how this turned out. What do you think? I hope you enjoyed this sort of tutorial. It's my first ever video, so if you liked it and want to see more, hit subscribe and drop a like. It's very much appreciated. See you next time.
Mechanical noises.